So here's the body roughed up into place, and it's just, this is so early in the build, I still have some tweaking to do. This is where the passenger front wheel is going to be, and you can see the clearance for the G-bow that's going to go in there. Where the motor has to mount, the suspension has yet to be put in, and I don't know if you're going to get scale on this because this car is so incredibly small, but here's how the drive shaft is going to come in. You can see I've virtually taken away all the room for the passenger's feet, and if you are a passenger and you want to eventually ride in this thing, it's going to be cramped. Technically there will be a seat there though. But just kind of a, here's a board. This board is representative of the way Berkeley built the car. This is how the seat back would go. I'm going to squeeze it back in a little tighter. You can see my reverse gear, and you can see the adapter for the drive shaft. And I think I'm going to be able to cheat this thing backwards about 2 inches. I'm 6'2" and I don't fit in this car very well, so I need a couple inches. Makes actually quite a bit of difference. By the way, the drive shaft needs to be stretched, obviously, about 10 inches. When that's a 2009 Saturn Sky Pontiac. What's the Pontiac? Solstice. Same drive shaft. But here's the car. This is, like I said, if you've ever seen a Berkeley, and most people haven't, they're somewhat rare. Tiny, tiny, tiny little car. And this one, of course, is no exception. And you can see the way the independent rear suspension is going to come through. Obviously, the suspension is not yet put in. Fuel cell, we'll go back there. Fuel tank will go back up in there. But tiny, tiny, tiny. Super, super small. Here's a little bit of a shot. You can see it's about 19 inches wide where the driver's seat's going to go. And the drive shaft will be right on the right thigh. So this car, I haven't really explained. There's a build log on the low-cost site, but this car is the test mule. I'm building 2 of these. One I'm going to keep and one I'm going to sell to finance a trip my wife and I are going to take. So this is, I guess, for lack of a better term, a prototype. Let me take the hood off. So this is how the motor's going to sit in there. And I gotta squeeze in shocks, and I gotta squeeze in the Miata rack and pinion. Right up on the firewall, you can see about 2 inches of clearance. I'm gonna raise the motor from where it sits today. I'm gonna raise the motor about 1 more inch. I've got the room to do it, and I don't want the oil pan down any lower than necessary. But that's it. There's your wide shot, and this is where it sits very, very late December 2018. Hopefully I'll have it up on its wheels here. Oh gosh, I'm hopeful I can have it on its own weight and rolling around here in a few months. I just started gathering parts for this exactly 1 year ago, so it's slow. You know how these go. It's slow, but there it is.